Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Charismatic Mystery. Tonight we're playing the modular Chorus Strahd, but it's been changed, transformed, and we're playing in the system and the setting of Frostmark, the RPG, everything created by moi. There's a content warning for tonight of bad language, heavy topics, gothic horror, and perhaps some gore. We shall see. But with me, I have a wonderful cast of players. I have Illyria, our half-elven magus, played by Pepper. Hello, welcome.
Pepper?
Hey,
why
nice.
does it come through?
You know, Discord being Discord. Sadly, slow on the draw like usual. No. Amortia is going to be with us soon with the Shishu Druid played by Cookie, who is running a little bit late tonight. Hopefully, Cookie will be here soon. But next, we have Nixon the Visaria Tiefling Bard played by Adriano. Hello and welcome.
I'm here. You can hear me.
You can! On cue! Sorry. Sir Jivkaz, our undead paladin, played by Weewoo, who's feeling slightly underneath the weather. Thank you so nonetheless. Welcome.
It's fine. Revenants can get ill as well.
Just lay on hands.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Not that
if
kind
only.
of hands.
Wow. Guys. Guys, what happened last time?
Well, we had a bug fight because Babali Saga was not ultra happy and kind of made a show of force, or annoyance maybe more, a show of annoyance, because we kind of dealt with the fireflies pretty quickly, and then she actually, or at least like something that was her face, came to view through the bugs, and we had to talk with Baba, and she kind of wanted to try why we're here and why she shouldn't just like kill all of us and give Illyria over to Strahd. And Martia explained that she needs to learn things and understand things. That's why she's here. And Lysaga kind of somewhat accepted it, but she was like, you need to first like show kind of that you have what it takes before she'll like deal with us. So this land is still like unfriendly to us, but she's not gonna actively try to kill us until we disrespect her. And then we're also not allowed to go to the Standing Stones or wherever her private properties is.
Mm-hmm.
And then we moved on throughout the swamp. We Jiskov, having a bit of a better idea, was able to guide us. Well, I guess we'll finish the night, I guess we should say, with a few more fireflies coming up, but eventually we all woke up, and then there was some people that were still exhausted, and we had to stay a little bit longer at camp to try and get rid of that exhaustion that's building. But eventually we were able to move on, and Jiskos was able to guide us towards places where there might be people. And along the way we kind of got some information on Jiskos, as he has been like partially living here, and he even partook in like theater and such. And chaos ensued as the other heard that he was in theater. And after a while, we got to a sort of village, and as we get closer, we hear like someone. I think Irius hears that someone is like nearby, and so Nix goes invisible and checks it out, and then he decides to scare her with a unicorn. Well, it might probably not scare her. Probably try to not scare her with a unicorn, but it ended up scaring her with a unicorn. And she kind of ran out and tried to hide behind Illyria until it kind of was made clear what was going on. And it was Mary, which is the mother of the child in the village of Barovia, who is now with Strahd. But she doesn't know that, and we have never told her that, and she decided to find out the way to get her child back, and apparently she found a way through a Lady Wachter, who told her to go here, and then she made a contract with Babalisaga for servitude in exchange for eventually getting to know where the kid is, and then eventually getting set to be free. We have a tough moment as all of us see what kind of is happening to her with the vines going out of her throat. And we have to reveal to her that, you know, her daughter is with the devil, as she would say. And they would do, when they can do it, and try to free her. And she should just try to figure out how to get out of her contract. And she just promised that she will try that. And now that she knows the location, maybe she doesn't have to work as hard anymore. Who knows? Like as much as before. And she also explains kind of what's the going on in this village. That there's like 3 covens, which are underneath Babas, and they have there's Matea, which is she with, and then there's Wukan and Rumen, which are the other covens, and they all kind of trade between each other to survive in this very hostile environment. And she is somewhat apparently that nice to her, at least in her opinion, considering all the things. And apparently, there's someone like a baby that died, and the mother, and that might be an in for us to be more welcomed here in at least one of the covens if we can help. So we decided to show us the way.
All right. Perfect. All right. Let's get back into it, shall we? There we go. The huddled and trembling Mary pulls her cowl further down her face as she carefully looks left to right for any sign of danger. Stepping to the left side of the road, she hugs the crumbling walls as much as she can, jumping over puddles of water and navigating around piles of debris and vegetation as best as she can as she goes. Just 1 or 2 houses down the main road, the cityscape opens up into a square, who once upon a time might have been bustling with activity and commerce. The cobbled market, indeed. But what lies before you can only be described as perhaps a lake, with murky brown waters and plenty of overgrowth. Mary quickly scans the waters, but seems to calm down when she sees that the 2 rowboats that rests half on the muddy banks and half in the water are empty and left alone. Here, she makes a sudden sharp turn to left and navigates into a tight alley between 2 crumbling buildings. But then once again, it opens up once more to show a larger abandoned homestead to your left, or to your right, and to your left, a massive stone structure with decorated pillars and arches, and parts of a roof that was partially domed. Now, most of that splendor has caved in, parts of the wall lie crumbled in piles of moss-eaten rocks, and Jivkos, you know this to be the bathhouse. Carrying on past it, the next two structures to your left and right are noteworthy as well. The one to your right is definitely built in an architectural style more akin to the more affluent buildings you've seen in Vallaki. Perhaps it might even remind you a little bit of Castle Ravenloft. So far, structures in Beres have been hardy and rustic, but this particular ruin portrays decayed finery and decor, particular to the Tsarevich Empire. Because, of course, this is Barov's Mercy Tavern Inn. What remains of the building to your left is only its stone foundation in a great rectangular shape. At some point, somebody must have gone through great lengths to clear out debris from this lot, because what lies before you now is a fenced-in grass meadow, where the waist-height remains of its foundation outline acts as the fence itself. Any openings that would have been a door has been exchanged by working wooden padlock doors, and through the mists you can hint the grazing bodies of several goats. Placed around it at even enough integrals are a couple of scarecrows with sack heads, and they face outwards. Why a goat pen of rock and stone would require scarecrows remains a mystery for now. Because this is the stone foundation that remains of the little theater. Next up is a patched up building with most of its roof missing to your right, which you can hint a bit of smoke actually trailing up from its chimneys, which, again, you know very well with Yevka's Heart's Content pub. But Mary steers you to the northern building instead, which coincidentally also have smoke coming out of several sources from its ceiling. Obviously, somebody is using this place actively. Beside is a squat-looking building which seems to have survived well, that reminds you of a stable. And the main building itself is too large to be a normal homestead, either a mansion or some kind of establishment. And Jivkas, this is, of course, the Sleeping Knights Inn. As you walk down these abandoned roads of Beres and find yourself here, as you see Mary actively going towards a singular building, is there anything you want to do or react to, Team Trauma?
I think that Jivkos would, probably in surprise of the condition of some of the buildings, just pause momentarily at some of them, like the leveling of the entire theater and the condition of the old the Baron's Mercy Tavern, but not dwell too long as well. They were currently on a mission and trying to figure out and befriend someone who might have been through the cards.
I think Illyria still has this darkened complexion, and she can't really look at Mary as she's walking along, and also kind of seeing the destruction everywhere. Kind of just tries to mostly look onto the ground and just follow.
Yeah. Irius has brought up his notes and is like trying to make like rudimentary maps so he can like try to get back to you guys where you were and like takes down like several details while stroking his beard. Anything for Nyx?
No, just like taking things in. I suppose it's more about trying to figure out what happened here over time, like, and also keep a lookout on Mary and like places that she's trying to avoid looking at, like trying to infer a couple of things about this place, like what could potentially be dangerous locations for her. You know, just generally looking out.
Interesting. Make me quickly an empathy composure.
She shouted 7.
Mary seems scared of most things. It's hard to tell. Since she is also like walking in front of you, you can't actively see her face, and she seems equally scared and afraid of everything. So it's a little bit hard to tell. But she doesn't seem comfortable, as for sure. There is though a little bit of a release of tension as she is steering towards this particular place. That is obvious to see.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Walking in between these two structures up to the door just ahead, you see just before it speaks a kind of chiseled out alcove, you could almost say, decorated with beside it like hanging dream catchers. There seems to be a kind of very much tarnished and old looking china doll of a little girl, and like half of the face has like caved in, is just like a just a hole of darkness, and the other side of course has these like silly amount of makeup and curly golden locks that cascades around the face, and these strange cracks appear in the china as like the mouth just opens, and in a creepy little voice it goes, "Welcome back, our newest little esteemed delegation from Lady Wakta, I bid thee welcome." And then the mouth closes once more. Oh, okay. Oh, sorry. It's just that thing again. I see. I don't think Mateus had the time to change it for you guys.
Thing?
Yeah, the doll thing. She is enchanted that it speaks when you come close.
Right. Well, I mean, we just showed up out of nowhere. How can she know? Well, even though Baba knows that we're coming, but I don't think she's in quite the mood to change or alter things on our behalf. It's more a business arrangement situation.
As you speak, Nix, at the end of it, you do hear rather clearly a bowstring being drawn from behind and a little bit above.
I instinctively like try and, if I'm like standing next to Jivkos, I'm like, Jivkos behind us. It's like I grab his like forearm.
Use him as a human shield.
Yeah.
Human
I
shield.
position myself between the bow and yeah, Jivkos meat shield.
So immediately a bit of panic. He's trying to like turn to see what Nix is
Referring
talking
to.
about. Yeah.
Yeah. This long bow and aiming towards you all is a rather weathered looking face of a woman dressed in dark leathers. There is signs of wear and tear on her face. It is definitely not clean either, and there is a deep scowl, and wrapped around kinda her shoulder to her hip, there is a vine of green ivy that sometimes snakes into her clothes, wrapping outside and inside of the leather armor gear that she currently have on. And with this bow raised, she kinda hoarsely whispers between gritted teeth, "Mary, why did you bring them here? That wasn't very smart." "Oh, Dana, hello. It's all right. It's fine. They're friends. They're here to help. They're here to help Matea. I brought them here because I know them. I can vouch for them. They're going to help us. They're going to help Matea." Mary is like a little bit scared and like holds her hands up, very worried.
"We mean you no harm nor aggravation," he'll say, sort of taking a step forward, maybe slightly getting between also the boat and Mary, because she seems a little weak.
She does
For lack of
appreciate
a better
that. All right, Mary will remember this. We don't want a lot of you here. Please, I don't know what you want with us, but please leave. We want nothing to do with you.
Come now, you can see that we are not here aggressively, and I'm sure any rumors that you've heard clearly can be taken as just conjecture and, well, just like that, rumor. We are here at, well, Baba's knowledge. We are not trespassing. We have her blessing. And we just so happen to meet someone that we know. And we are, just like she says, looking to help the situation you find yourselves in.
Her blessing, you lie.
Really? Shall we go to Barbara's together and we can ask her?
Perhaps we should.
Why not? I mean, you can see that we are not at all ashamed about such an objective.
Dana, it's we don't need to. I'm sure Matea wants to speak. I think they can help. I truly think they've tried to help me in the past. Well, it hasn't led to anything, but like they're here. That's amazing. They're very capable. I'm sure. Yes, they are. We don't need to. Let's just speak with Matea, shall we not? I really think they can help. Nix, make me a persuasion with presence.
Roll20 doesn't work for me. I get an internal server error. It's like really bad. I guess I could find
Right browser
Just,
with the
delete-
right stuff.
Delete your cache and your cookies and everything,
That
and
sounds
just
like
relog in.
Delete yourself.
Delete yourself.
Damn.
Also, welcome. Cutie.
27 is the roll.
What? Okay. Still kind of grumpy looking. The longbow slowly kind of lowers. And there is not a she doesn't relax, but she says, "I'm still not sure about welcoming you into our coven, Mary. And I don't know if this is particularly wise. But sure, let's talk to Matea. We're stronger together anyway." And she slowly kind of makes her way down from the roof, kind of dangles her legs over the ledge, and pretty definitely with some skill, she lands in the mud. bringing up a key from inside of her clothing, she opens up the door past all of these clattering circular, often reeds of different designs of dream catchers. And the first room that meets you is this pretty rustic mudroom with several coat hangers and places for shoes to be put, a bench to sit down and rest yourself, and there are indeed a plethora of different worse for wear leather boots of different kinds and heavy coats that line the wall. There is a bit of a sullen look on Dana's face as she kind of like mentions for you to, by using kind of like this this brush to try to get as much of the mud off of your boots as possible before going further.
Yeah. Kick off the mud. Put up the cloak. Be hospitable for now.
I shall do the same. Very grateful, very friendly, wide smile, very gracious, very we come in peace sort of energy.
I don't have boots, but I'll take them off my hooves, I guess.
Fair. All right, when Dana is happy, and she definitely like stares anybody down who doesn't clean their boots, so like make sure you do it properly. You can hang off any clothing in the coat hanger room if you would like. Otherwise, the door opens up to the main room of the Inn of the Sleeping Night.
All right. Just helping Cookie here.
Yeah. Here.
I don't know what's going on. I've tried 2 different browsers. They get the same. Oh wait, okay, it's working now. I changed nothing.
Well,
it's just the internet being the internet.
yeah. It's when you say it doesn't work out loud that it works, you know.
Yeah. I think it's like Adrian's magic touch, if anything, to be honest.
You try unplugging it and plugging it back in.
It's all good.
This is a lovely little home.
The main dining hall of the inn, Jebkos, was slammed with tables and sitting arrangements to host as many people for breakfast as possible. And indeed, the bar was often quite busy, not in the rowdy kind of way, but busy with business.
There was another pub for that, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. In the afternoons and the evenings, this place was very calm because they never offered food beyond breakfast, but the mornings were indeed a hustle and bustle in here, and it was filled with people. Indeed, also townsfolk sometimes would treat themselves to not make their own breakfast, but to come here and like mingle with the knights. And to see it so empty and only to have a single table in the center of the room is disconcerting.
It is uncomfortable to be seeing this place so different. But
This place is someplace you recognize after 500 years. Is the same decor. They haven't updated or anything.
well, there is little to change. It was the inn where we stayed when we were on duty in the Lunar Village.
Right.
There's not really much around to change it with.
Even in its time as Perez, they did not change it much, apparently.
So we wait here for the so-called Mateus with the lost child to come to us. So, I mean, rest whilst you can. We've been at it for quite a bit.
Indeed.
And
Yeah.
next we like immediately start making a beeline towards the bar, see if there's anything to drink.
I think Lyria is going to like as she sees him start a beeline, kind of try to catch up with him and like kind of grab his arm for a moment. We should not make a bad first impression.
Well, I'm just making myself at home. There's no bad impressions here.
These people don't have much, Nix. I'm not sure it's a good idea.
I can leave some gold. I'm not going to be taking. I'm be polite. Don't worry about it. I just want to see what they have.
Okay.
We could
This
use
is
some
everyone's
enlightenment.
home here? Is this like a central or is it more of a domicile? Can I see bed furnishings or anything of that sort?
There are several doors that lead from this place, 4 in this particular area that you're in. And, well, it was a large, indeed, building that still managed to stand despite the history of Perez. But not what you can immediately see, but there are definitely areas that can see yet. Dana kind of pushed past all of you as she has also finished by now, cleaning herself off, kind of hanging off her big coat. And Mary was in the front. She's like wringing her hands, looking very worried, like looking between you and Dana. And as Dana pushes past and walks out into the center of the room, she's gonna go, Matea, please, I'm back. There's some shuffling behind the scenes after some time. And as the door opens, a older female voice is gonna go, why are they here? Mary? Dana? This is not what we planned. And you see a rather dark-skinned woman, definitely in her older years, and there is a little bit of ivy that kind of stick out from her turban, but most is indeed covered by it. And there are some trinkets around her neck. There is like a large tool belt around her waist with several weird trinkets and talismans that kind of clatter as she goes. And there's this, indeed, some kind of tunic or dress kind of situation. And like everybody else, she looks disheveled and rather dirty. This place is not good for hygiene. It seems, and with a slow look of like taking you all in from top to bottom. So, should we expect some kind of aggression from your visit?
Some kind of... Sorry, what?
Few people come here. Fewer people still remain. And I've heard from my mistress that one of her sisters are dead because of you. So are you here to extinguish us as well?
That, I'm not sure if you've heard the specifics of that, but it was more a an
had a
heirloom situation.
Change of leadership.
A change of leadership, indeed. But it stayed within the family because we have the new hag leader right here, and we are paying our respects to Baba as we should.
Indeed. I represent the current Night Apostle. I replace my mother, and it is a pleasure to see one of Baba's Visaga's really renowned covens. As previously stated, we're not here to cause any harm, indignance, or any provocation. We're here from our own volition, and we're here to make sure we learn from each other.
Yeah.
As hags, yes?
Show our worth and help out. You know? Make sure
Indeed.
Baba Lisaga
Yes.
understands where we stand.
A gesture of good faith.
Charity, kindness, generosity is not common in these lands, and especially not in this swamp.
No?
Not
come
exactly
from
sure why
outside
you
the
think this
swamp,
is kindness. This is merely what you must do. I mean, I don't suppose you have ever been a Knight Apostle?
No,
No. So, Baba is the head honcho of the hags, is she not? She's the strongest. She's the one with all the power. You follow
Hag
her,
of
so
hags, you can
you
say.
agree? Hag of hags, indeed. New hag comes about. I mean, surely this is commonplace and should not be considered strange at all, especially when a new hag comes around. Might have been a while, perhaps more length of time that you've been alive, but this is protocol.
is it? It's the first time in my lifetime it's happened. And indeed, Mistress Baba has been kind enough to give us all a second home, power, and protection. But it does not come without a price, as everything else in this life. You,
Sure.
daughter of the Night Apostle, was it hard to kill your own mother? Was it worth it?
You know, if your mother treats you like my mother treated me, the term mother becomes opaque, and you find yourself willing to do the deed. So yes, it was worth it. It's still sad and still feeling a part of yourself in a certain way. But in the end, I don't feel regret. I feel relieved that she is dead.
I think it was important that there was a change when it comes to this. I think that's what Hamatia wanted to do. And unfortunately with Morgantha, that was not possible. So
I have heard little about Morgantha, only the various insults that Baba has flung. I am interested to hear, though.
well, she made children into pie that made people
What?
addicted. She bought orphans and made them into crushed their bone meal, made them to pie, forced people to eat it. They get kind of addicted to it and buy more of it.
I will offer you clear water, and you may sit, and I wish to know more.
Oh, Roy, very good to tell. Very well, I accept your offer.
Thank you. And she nods to Dana and Mary, who gets going, and they go to this particular barrel kind of fills carafes of water, places it on the table, and fills the clay mugs that are there. It's nothing is fancy, but the water indeed seems to be clear. And if anybody would be brave enough to try, rather tasteless but clean.
But yeah, we'll drink the water.
Water. Yeah.
Hey?
They do handle it with a bit of reverence, meaning probably that this is not normal. It's not an abundant resource, to say. And Matea kind of takes like the head share and sits down slowly. She moves rather slowly, seemingly indeed ailing from old age. Orphans from Vallaki.
Yeah, I think it's kind of from anywhere, mostly, but I think she realized that it was the easiest to just buy them from the orphanage in Vallaki.
I believe she also was accomplice in burning down the orphanage in order to transfer them into her own mansion.
Yeah.
The orphanage burned down?
Indeed.
Much have changed. I need to share this with Baba, so... But now? Now? But what happened to the children?
The children are safe.
As I said, we wanted a change of leadership after all we have heard. And I think that was the right choice. We just need to convince Baba of that.
Well, so much...
You said yourself that Baba didn't like Morganther anyway. A lot of shit talking. So, I mean, like I said, we have already been in contact with Baba, and she knows that we are here. This is not an invasion of her territory. This is us coming to her of our own free will.
Considering what we've heard, I don't think that such assumptions are strange. All we know is that Morgantha is dead, and here you are.
And here we are.
And we're willing to
Baba
help.
Zaga and Morgantha are very different people. Baba can observe.
Well, family can be complicated, but let me assure you that Baba is a different woman. This world is indeed cruel and dangerous. But there is kindness in her heart that you're able to find. It's a testament to why we're all here. Protected. And given all of these magical, mystic arts. And she moves her hand, and with a whisper of thaumaturgy, the lights kind of flicker and then resume. I don't think a change in leadership is needed here, friends.
That's good to hear. Wasn't our plan.
There are no child pies or burned down orphanages here.
Yeah, I mean, as long as we don't find any of the sorts, I think we're in agreement.
But we have heard of a certain other child situation.
Yes.
There's a quick look between Matei and Mary. And Mary shrinks a little bit. It like tries to smile.
We did replace Morgantha. We are quite powerful, quite capable.
I'm not supposed to offer you any food nor drink or welcome you into my home, considering what Baba has decreed about all of you. You're not enemies, but you're not friends either. I don't want to think ill of you. But what I'm doing right now is very dangerous. But I don't think that even with us standing close and us three, we would have any chance against all of you.
And we have no intention for it to go that way either.
So you say. So you say.
Well, let us
be
prove
here.
it. Let us prove it by helping you with something you need, and we'll show you what we're made out of, and you're welcome to tell Baba or not.
You weren't properly smuggled into my home, so she will know. There's no getting around that. But perhaps we can walk around things.
I believe that if I could able to succeed to find your missing child, Baba Lyraga would be happy with the result, even if the method was questionable perhaps.
You say she's kind, then she surely wants this figured out, wouldn't she know?
There are strict rules between us to make sure that there's no unwanted destruction and animosity. Sometimes ignorance is bliss. And she stands up slowly, goes over to the fireplace, where indeed there is a painting of a youthful Baba, but it is rather rudimentary, more of a sketch with rather simple looking colors, and she's going to turn it around. So it faces the other way, and so you see the boards instead of the backside of the painting. And then she is going to slowly sit down. I fear that Nella and her baby is long gone. They would not be able to survive the swamps with the newborn baby. She was supposed to come back for a very crucial moment in time, when we suddenly got visitors from Vallaki here. But she's been gone for more than 2 days and missed that window of opportunity. Someone has killed her and the baby. One of our 9.
I mean,
And the
why was she
father,
away, but
the father Meladin is also dead. Vokon is missing him as well.
Do you believe foul play from one of the cousins instead?
Closer to the microphone, Cookie.
Do you believe that foul play within one of the covens is involved? Do you think there is infighting?
I don't like to be the one to point fingers or accuse anybody of such murder. We are supposed to be brethren.
But you have your suspicions.
I have my suspicions.
I would like to know, what happened? Where did she go? Why would anyone of the other coven, try to kill her and her father and the baby? I mean,
First of all, strangers, you being awfully curious and quite willing to help me in this endeavor. And indeed, being outsiders, you might be able to move and do things that I would be unable to. What do you want in return?
it was maybe a good word in with Baba. Maybe not a bad idea. Maybe
I think also a change of opinion,
Yeah.
an open mind.
That sounds very good.
That's it?
That's
Well.
quite a lot.
I also want your soul.
How about yeah?
I don't think it's wise to kid about such things.
I know, but what I mean to say is that we totally do not wish much from you because our interest is in getting on Barali Saga's good sides, to be honest. So,
And
if
also-
you help down there, I believe our interests align.
I also think we're asking for quite a lot. I mean, having to put in word to Baba, having an open mind, being friendly to us, these are all things that don't come easy. It might not have monetary value necessarily, but it still, I think, is asking quite a lot.
As astute and wise.
As we're sitting around the table, can I open? I want to take my book, and I want to flip to an open page, and I want to just quickly write some words there, and kind of in school you sort of write a note and then you want to show it to Mateus, and say and the words would be, "Unless you want Baba gone yourself?" Question mark.
Ooh, there is a bit of a storm of emotions that goes over Matea's face, and she will reach over and try to rip the page out of your book.
Okay. Can I interpret the emotion?
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Fear, or
Make
is
me
it
an empathy composure.
22.
22.
Damn.
Let me see. She is going to scowl and quickly, with more anger than she has done so far, rip the page out and go, "Silly little boy. She's protecting us. We're here because of her. Do not ever show me such words again." And let me see. Yeah, no, there is. She seemed to take quite a lot of insult to that.
Sorry, sometimes this quill of mine just wishes to say things. It was not my intent to insult, just merely inquire. My apologies.
Baba loves children. She would never. Not them. Besides, are you one of the Vistani? You act like one.
Is it because of the horns and the tail situation that you're assuming this?
The vanity, yes.
I think vanity is universal, my lady.
Silver tongues, black hearts. Fits you.
I am not a member of any Vistani tribe.
Good to hear. Otherwise, I think we would have nothing to say to each other.
Oh, you harbor hatred for Vistani.
I don't know if you are aware of their ways, but there are a lot of red on their hands.
The red. A lot of deeds done in the darkness that are to your disapproval and Baba's?
I was only a little child when our family was taken. I managed to escape, found myself way over here, but from what I've been taught by Baba, I think that my parents' skeletons are somewhere deep in the dungeons of Casarema Loft by now.
I see.
Yes, the son of Baba Zaga. Well,
Family is
I don't know.
complicated, as I said. It's because of her that I have not suffered the same fate.
No. I'm glad you're still around.
Thank you. All right. Ruhlman is the youngest of the Covenants. He is quite ambitious. I don't like that boy. He is a complicated soul. A lot of anger and violence in his heart. I'm not sure how he became leader a few years ago when he was so young and how he rose in power so quickly. I suspected foul play back then, and I suspect foul play now. Nella was younger than me and Dana, and so was Maladin of Vulcan's clan. Yet now my acolyte is dead, and Vulcan's acolyte is dead, and Ruhlman's clan remains intact. In fact, his acolyte, Winsell, has been going to Baba's home quite a lot as of late. Favored, like Vulcan is. Quite strange how that came to be.
Okay, I understand your suspicions, and I will ask a few questions to understand them better. That's fine with you. First things first, how does one gain favor with Baba Zaga? Do you have tasks that if you accomplish successfully, or is it something that you need to do out of your own volition?
Loyalty. Usefulness. Skill. It's a mixture.
I see.
We all have our parts to play in this small community of ours. We need to pull our weight. But she also favors those who are, of course, talented and brilliant. She does not welcome just anybody to be one of the acolytes.
We see. So it sounds like this person does have a lot of talent then.
We all do.
Talent for magic, I presume.
We all must.
I'm wondering if this Wenzel person already seemed to visit Baba Lysaga more often. Why would there be any benefit in removing the other acolytes? If they already seem to have another way of, I don't know, gaining Baba Lysaga's favor.
We're all protected, shielded, taught magic by our mistress. But there is only one who can be a direct apprentice. Vukon has been that steady companion for many a year now. Older than me, even. He's taught the most of us all and worked beside her the most. It is a position that is coveted. One that I must confess even I want. I don't know if I will have the time to do so, though. He is without equal, Vukon, but Rumen's ambition is deep. I think he has dreams of taking that position far earlier than what's expected.
Well, shouldn't he take out Wukong then? Instead of other...
As the strongest among us, it's... and with Baba's favor, such thing would be cruel and difficult. Even if I find him somewhat aloof and arrogant, he is still... Well, he's been here my whole life. He's a brother. But it seems like Roman doesn't share this sense of kinship like I do.
So you think his plan is to kill Fuken, or wait him out, or have him lose his favor?
And perhaps lose face? Make him indeed waver, panic, psychological warfare of some kind. This is not information I wish to reach Baba's ear, and I'm taking a risk of sharing it with you. But I hope here that perhaps you're able to clear up a thorn that has been in the side of my family for a very long time. I don't think that Rumen is right for our family. And I need to know if he did this. Because if he did, I need to take some steps. Children are not allowed. It is forbidden by Baba. The covens are supposed to be balanced of three. And this is not the right environment to raise little ones. We come here because we have no other choice. We should not bring any innocent souls into all of this. But Nella and Maladin loved each other dearly. And the fools, that stupid girl Nella, did not use the proper protections and allowed it to happen. As a member of my coven, she of course asked me for protection, and I've hid the little critter in my cellar for quite some time. We have attempted to find a way for it to be moved to a stable family outside of the mists, and not brought to the orphanage like Baba would have if she found out about it, and of course Nella and Maladin would have been punished in the process. That's what we tried to avoid. And then Lady Wachter reached out to us, and I was put in charge of the communication between her and Baba. And so I asked this young fellow, this Adrian, to take the child with him. He recommended a family in Vallaki, a Hooray and Sala shopkeepers that were informed of the baby's presence and would have welcomed it with open arms. Nella and Maladin accepted such a proposal, and in return of me giving some private lessons to that boy, he promised to take the child unharmed and unscathed out of the mists, no, out of the swamps.
You mean out of the mist or out of the swamp?
Out of the swamps.
Okay.
Remove that cotton from your ear, girl.
But something happened. They went the child wasn't in the cellar anymore. They went somewhere. What happened?
Just before the delegation came, the parents, Nella, Maladin, wanted to have a proper farewell. Of course, Maladin has been unable to see his son for quite some time, to hide the existence of the child. But after accepting this adoption, they went to the maiden statue for a final farewell. I foolishly granted them that luxury, but none of them ever returned.
You have two missing plus one child.
3 technically.
Indeed.
And
Wukon doesn't know. I talked to him. He doesn't know where Maladin is. And Baba doesn't even know what's happened.
Why do you think that? Doesn't she have flies all around? She's certainly...
In the presence of the maiden statue, there's no way to watch it from afar. Her gaze is pure, clean, untouched. Not even Baba knows what happens in that area of the swamps.
Do I know what she's
Why is
talking
that?
about? Yeah. This
No.
maiden statue.
No, you're not entirely sure. Not anything you've had before.
How much does Baba know of this whole story?
None. I hope. Well, I am without punishment, so it must be that she doesn't think that any laws have been broken.
So,
Paid differently.
excuse me, I need to understand something. Our interest here, other than finding innocent souls, is to impress Baba Saga. How do we manage to impress Baba Saga by bringing this story to light if he's guilty? And how do you get to keep your own skin in the process? Because if we say, hey, we found the child, or we found the corpse of the child, that means that there would be a child and that you have gone against the rules. So I try to understand what we need to.
There's no
figure out.
need to deal with the child's death, even though it's heartbreaking. Killing a fellow acolyte without her permission is without question. Even though I'm happy to have new bird Mary in our ranks, and my heart bleeds with her missing daughter, it's not worth losing Nella in the process. And it's like starting over from square one. So much time and effort gone to waste. We are not allowed to kill each other. For good reason, of course we're not. We're supposed to be sisters and brothers in arms of the magical arts of this little corner of a world we're allowed to live in and be ourselves, where everything else has been hostile and unable to harm us. This is supposed to be the last sanctuary, where our hearts should be safe and protected. A place where we can be safe and be ourselves. Whoever killed Nella, Maladin, and that baby does not deserve to live with us.
I agree. Sounds like something that we should figure out.
It seems like we have a direction. Have you been in the statue of the maiden statue? You've been there. Have you seen any signs, anything that might indicate a direction?
We can look ourselves, of course, also.
Yes, we will.
Where is this maiden statue?
In the gardens behind the old burgomaster's mansion. It's a strange place. It's not a place we go to unless forced. It's
dangerous?
It is highly uncomfortable. There's something in the air, in the land. It's quite unpleasant. But indeed, you are shielded from all and any eyes in the presence of the statue.
How do you know? Just a feeling?
How uncomfortable I felt in his presence is indeed a feeling I wish not to repeat unless I have to. But I've been here a long time, and I've served Mistress Baba for a long time. I know a thing or two.
What? Good to know. And any, I don't know, ideas on how to get more information from the other covens? Any way to, I don't know. I'm not sure that only looking for the bodies is going to be enough to figure this one out, so anything you should know who we can maybe approach, or how we can approach, or what can be done to get more information outside of looking for the bodies.
It's a tense friendship the covens have. To be invited onto the lands and properties of another coven is to be invited in. Otherwise, it's seen as a sign of provocation. Of course, I can come to negotiate with either Vulcan and Rumen, but conversation hasn't led me anywhere. And we are not allowed to hurt each other. I don't know.
Yeah, well, we'll figure it out.
You should be careful if you want, indeed, Baba's friendship, for her to be impressed with you. If you do hurt or kill an acolyte without solid proof of their wrongdoing, I'm sure that this tenuous situation that we find ourselves in, that you find yourself in, will be broken. But if this is what you want, then good hunting.
Thank you. Anything else you want to know, or you want to tell? News from the outside?
My world is here now. I cared for that baby, of course. I wanted it to be brought to a good home. And I want this drama to be over in my family. And I wish for us to, of course, have friend relations. You are capable, considering Morgantha's fate. I do not wish all of this to end in more blood.
We'll figure something out.
I hope so. And I hope you, Hamartia, that you will become a worthy Knight Apostle. And spread some of the generosity that Baba has shown us to others as well. That kind of camaraderie is needed. As long as you're good. I like to hear that. As long as you're trying to find out the truth for me. We prepared quarters, of course, for the Volaki delegation. It's yours. But you need to bring me updates every day. Something tangible. For me to risk myself such. I'm going to be questioned by Baba soon, when she knows that you will be protected in my home during the nights. I will risk
Very
this
kind.
if you help me.
We'll make sure we get something.
Please do.
Maria nods to her and looks to the others. Looks if there's any more questions from them.
Do have one more question. Other than his ambitions, do you have any more reason to suspect him to be behind these murders? Anything he's said, anything he's done before, any sort of method of operation that you might think reflects what we are seeing?
Well, beyond his bad manners and ill temper, it is indeed strange how the former coven leader of Rumen met his death to Baba in such a... For Rumen to take over at such a young age. A crime was presented. I don't know any of the details, but Baba says it's open and cut and clear.
Baba decided to kill the former leader.
Yes, Rumen's former coven leader.
Interesting.
Some kind of transgression was reported, and Baba found it worthy of execution. He was old. He was tired, for sure. But he was also my elder and a friend. I don't know. But it doesn't feel right. I need to talk to my coven, and especially a young new member, Mary, of how she approaches strangers willy-nilly without my...
Well, don't be too hard on her. I mean, we're not really strangers, in a way.
I guess in this scenario it's turned out to be a beneficial thing. Still, it is very dangerous. And we also need to discuss how to handle any questions from Baba. And I'm sure you have a lot to talk about.
We won't borrow your time any longer. Thank you so much for everything.
Let me show you to the quarters we gave the Wachter delegation. So you can rest and situate yourself.
Thank you.
Matea rises from the table. Mary's looking a little bit sheepish. Dana still looks rather unhappy and mistrustful of you guys. She goes to open the door over here, which leads into to a hallway, which makes a turn, and indeed she opens the door, which leads into a rather long rectangular room with several beds. And it is rather neat. There's nothing in the closet. There's nothing in the chests or in the nightstands. But it does seem like it was recently used, and like the bed is not properly made. But it's neat. It is clean enough. And Matea rather unceremoniously kind of shows you in and closes the door on you without anything else said. There's a little bit of a shackle, but then she's gone.
Okay. Let's check this room for anything that might spy on us. That's first.
I'll get right to the detection. And I sit on the edge of the bed and I begin detect magic.
Do not say anything beforehand.
All right.
All right.
I feel like Mattia knows her way around, but sure. We can be too safe.
I'm not afraid that Babali Saga is the one spying on us.
Interesting.
Who are you afraid of spying?
Yeah, I'll tell you in about 9.5 minutes, I think.
Sure, sure. That's
Fair enough.
Jiskov, do you know what kind of statue? I mean, I'm sure we can say this right now.
No, it is not something I can recall from the village.
Were you in this garden before? When you were here?
I'd definitely have gone to that garden before, because it's the one that actually was there before, right? It's not the one that was erected later.
Yeah. Probably. Yeah, he was the churchyard
Yeah.
first,
Yeah.
so yeah, for sure. But like after the
was
Savage
changed to
Empire
the-
attacked, yeah, it became like the private garden of the burgomaster, and then it became a little bit harder to access, you know?
It must have been an addition from when this was turned into Perez. Perhaps from Strad himself or the previous burgomaster.
Okay. Good to know.
Unsure though exactly how it would have such an effect.
I have a thought, but I shall wait till Mattia is more comfortable.
Of course.
Okay. You situate yourself, kind of sit down on the on the beds to kind of rest.
I'll
and,
make my bed, since it
fair.
is not made.
Fair. And after indeed some time, Nyx, your ritual spell goes off. Make me a occult intelligence.
Hmm.
Teen.
10.
Solid teen.
Team.
Beyond, indeed, the gray kind of nodes of magical items that are, is on the party itself, it is devoid of magic. There's no like particular sign of any scrying eyes or anything in that kind of nature. Bereft.
I think in the meantime, Hamata will also check for like peeky holes or like anything that might be used in a conventional matter to.
Oh yeah.
Man.
Make me a investigation cunning.
Sure. I'll show you how cunning and investigative I can be.
Very smart.
Rawr.
Rawr.
It's gonna be a 12.
Very cunning.
There are signs of repair of like different kinds of wood or like rudimentary replacement of like parts of the room. The beds are of different styles. The chests are of different styles. The plaster has certainly seen better days. It is scavenged, rudimentary, patched up, put together with whatever little they have. But you don't find anything nefarious.
It's absolutely clear. So, I think the tale that Mattea spun was really charming, but it was lacking a critical piece, which is actual tangible evidence. We met
mean-
her just today. She clearly has it out for the other guys. And let's not be so hasty to figure out who's the evil, ambitious one and who's the one who's just trying to look for his life.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I do think two people died of different covens, and apparently a baby that no one's supposed to know about. So it seems quite a crazy, dangerous tale to spin if it's all false.
Indeed. To even involve us with this, she's probably risking her life. Or at
Which
least a
gives her some
portion of her
credibility,
life.
I think.
It either gives her the credibility or the dark side of it. Because it means that you want something really bad. And I rather we not take it at face value as of this moment.
Sure.
Need more
Sure.
information. We don't have nearly enough to make any conclusion as of this moment.
Yeah, I think that's the plan, right? Figuring out what's going on. I don't think any of us particularly have made up their mind yet.
I just wanted to put it out there, so we're all on the same page.
I also think we should be more gentle in our approach with these people here.
Did.
I think we are not pressured for time necessarily, and I think playing our hand too quickly is a bit dangerous.
Yes, let's see if we can get this every
I mean,
day.
they seem like normal people. At the end of the day, not powerful evil witches.
Do I look like a powerful evil witch?
I mean, kind of.
A little bit, yeah, a little bit.
I feel like if you want to, you can have quite a presence.
It's very nice to hear. Thank you. No,
worries.
but truly, I do believe that we need to get a better grasp of understanding here, and perhaps, if we find one substantial thing here to keep our beds warm, we can do it for that day, and maybe the rest of the day we can do something else.
Sounds good. I mean, she kind of looks around again, but Nick's already checked. I mean, we have this hint from Nyx, and this is a place where people live, and we have the time to figure things out. This might be exactly what we need to do.
I do have a worry about this statue, as it is in perhaps an area that Baba may not wish for us to be around. The Burgomaster's house, which may be her own domicile.
I suppose we can ask about that, but considering that the both of the Coven people went there with a child they shouldn't have, to me sounds that's not where Baba is at. I think, well, my personal opinion is that she's living quite great somewhere completely else, though most people don't, these others here don't experience it as much. I don't think she's gonna be around here.
There are not many other places that would be as grand. Though you do have a point.
She is a powerful witch. I'm sure Morgantha didn't build her. I mean, she probably had to get somehow made a manor in somewhere out of nowhere, right? I mean, I think they have the way probably make it work.
They have had a few centuries to do so.
Yeah. My thought with, I mean, the whole bad feeling about statue thing that Taya talked about, I have the feeling that it might be a statue of Mother Night. That is my first instinct. But we'll see if that's not corrected.
We may only tell when we witness it.
Hamartia, Nyx, and Illyria. All three of you can make me an intelligence check.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Disadvantage for Hamartia, considering what was happening in her mind at that time.
How do I do, take the TL1? How do I do disadvantage?
G+1, KL1.
Yeah, KL1, and then plus your
Yeah.
modifier. Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
just roll it again.
An 8 is gonna be not enough to remember anyway. Nyx, there is a little bit of a bell that goes off in the back of your head when it comes to the swamp and statues being used in the same sentence. You brought back to a conversation that you had with the Mortikov family after you just liberated their the winery, where you had a family dinner outside and you were talking with Davian quite a lot. The Mortikovs hid for some time whilst their winery was under siege. Their raven totem with a statue a statue of Tatiana in the swamp, underneath what they considered to be Baba's nose was used as a sentence.
I click my fingers and I'm about to like launch into like a very like loud like aha, but then I recognize where I am and I catch myself halfway before bursting out. I go, aha. There was the time that when we were at the vineyard, after we liberated them for all those creepy crawlies and whatnot, and they said that they hid something under the statue, and it was always there, but I was still always thinking that it was something to do there with the statue that Illyria has now, the raven statue. But no, this is something different. That statue was something that, indeed, they were saying that Baba couldn't see in that area, which begs the question: what happens if Jivkos carries the statue? But that's beside the point.
I do not believe that to be within ease. That
I don't know. Your muscles are very strong, but this is beside the point. We can make it really small. There's something buried at the base of that statue. You remember, Illyria? I mean, you were distracted somewhat by the flirtings of the Martikovs, and also Ezzy's antics, but that was always something that we were having on our radar.
I guess the bad feeling conflicted these thoughts. I don't know. I guess if it's a statue of Titania, I would have thought that there wouldn't be any bad feelings associated with it, but maybe it's because Matea has the power of Baba Lysaga in her or something.
Maybe it's something that resists against Mother Night, and Baba Lysaga is all
fair.
about in the apostles.
Or
Maybe
the
it's
powers.
a pillar of purity in an otherwise tainted land.
It's fair. Well, that's even better then, I suppose.
It makes sense. What we learned from the Visani. The Visani said that they were given the Raven Totem from Baba Lysaga. It was given to Strahd. So perhaps she found it.
And hid it.
Then they gave it to Strahd in payment for the dragon skull, Argynvor's skull, that we're hunting.
Still a question mark why she even wants it in the first place.
Did she found it? Like, what did she? If she didn't find it, what did she barter for the skull?
The totem.
Yeah, I mean, shouldn't they? I'm
But we
asking
haven't
why
seen
she
that.
has to.
Yeah, the Raven Totem was in Argyl's hands. And he made people
That's
into...
the same Raven Totem that we were told by the Martikovs? Like
Yes.
Yeah, that's a special
Same
one that
one.
turns into were
Yeah.
ravens. Yeah.
So you heard from the Martikovs that they hid their thing in the swamps underneath Baba's nose. And then you learn from the Vistani that Baba had given a raven totem to Strahd in payment of the skull, and then Strahd had given the totem to the Vistani. So,
Yeah.
fortunately.
So, what's in there? I mean, maybe there's nothing. But...
Probably nothing anymore there, but it's still interesting.
I still
guess
like the Jivkos carrying the statue idea, by the way.
I suppose we should first figure out if the statue is still working the way it used to.
And
I assume
whether
so.
we can gain access to it.
But I feel like if Baba Zaga found out that someone was hiding right beneath her nose, she might have took more actions. I mean, maybe actually, if we're thinking about it, maybe some of the coven here found it. Actually, the Raven Totem. They know about the place apparently. Maybe she doesn't even know that it came from there, and that's how you get her favor. You find the Raven Token, you rumen, you find it, you bring it, you get an insane amount of favor. It's possible. I'm just spitballing
Perhaps.
right now.
But also, then, I mean, we're just theorizing here. How would someone know to dig at the statue unless one of the Martikovs informed them or someone knew? Because
Yeah.
it makes no sense to just dig in the ground at the place by the statue.
Either he was familiar with the item, so he could locate it.
Unlikely, but I mean, somehow they have gotten here, right? I mean, the Martikovs might have to bury it there. They must have went all the way here somehow. I'm sure they needed help in a way.
Part of me
Balazag
is
would know if they
feeling-
enter.
Part of me wonders whether or not someone in the Martikov family actually is working with Baba, and would we be all that surprised if a familiar face crops up whilst we are here in Perez?
I think most of them are not around anymore. And I think if that were the case, I mean, I think this Raven organization would have been smashed way, way longer before we even got here. Right? I mean, if Baba knows, there's no reason to wait for retaliation. There's no reason to, I don't know, have the vineyard stand any second longer. You got everything you need from them.
Maybe there's something still there waiting for us to find. But
Maybe.
yes, I think we should try and do whatever we can to visit the statue. After all, it's been on our radar for a long time, like I said.
Certainly. I mean, it is even technically even safer to talk there than to talk here, isn't it?
True. And maybe if we find a certain person that was revealed in a, card reading, maybe that is the only place that we can take them to have a conversation if we indeed find that person.
Yes. I do wonder how Baba Lysaga has kept face. I don't believe her to be kind, necessarily.
She's very motherly. That's one thing we can say about her. She seems like she actually cares about her children. Unlike other hags.
Yet she hasn't changed. I mean, she's super powerful, isn't she? I mean, surely she could have
She is.
helped with the swamp situation.
We need to understand. I think she has her own motives which are beyond Strahd himself.
Yes. We really, really need to understand. I know. I mean, She kind of looks around again. I would be the last one to want to wait and talk with her, but I think we really need to figure it out, and if we just let go of all the chances of talking with people that know anything, then we'll just keep walking around in the dark. And I think that's more favorable
Darkness is more favorable to our enemy than to us. And I think Balenciaga knows so much. If we can just get an ounce of anything, they could inform us.
Indeed. I think that the most crucial information we can get from Balenciaga probably is what does Balenciaga want?
Yeah. I mean, she wanted the skull, apparently.
Indeed.
And one of the orbs, right?
Yes.
Sounds kind of scary. A dragon skull and an orb that can grow things very quickly.
I don't know. Still. Something.
Okay, I think, I mean, maybe if Matea's still around, we could ask, you know, about the Burgomaster house and if that's where where Balenciaga's at. And if we could just go there. If she's not around, then I suppose we're gonna find out. Anything else we want to talk about?
Not anything for me.
Neither.
It would be nice to know ahead of time where a certain skull exists, right, Chief Course?
I definitely have to agree with that. I would assume under a quite generous layer of security due to its importance.
Important, yes, but I'm curious if you would know why Balenciaga would trade for this skull when she could have turned any number of her thralls into were-ravens, which are objectively strong. I mean, sure, Cavans are strong too, probably, but what's the skull got that is worth it?
That I am entirely unsure. Perhaps it is to do with the fact that Argynvost's ghost still inhabits somewhat, as you found in the castle. Perhaps the ghost is stronger, or their magic is in the skull.
Well, we know what the skull should do. It's to liberate your quote-unquote people, your family, right? It's to remove the curse that's still placed on them. And
At least to have Argynvost be able to talk with them again, and I think there's also going to be. Oh, I hope you guys know that. Let's wait.
it's
Yep.
also, well, my question is like, what does Baba have to gain by having control over Argynvost's Holt? Because clearly having the skull being so close in proximity has a
Well,
reason why she would want it.
Maybe she likes having the knights being the knights. You know, having
They
them
don't
pursue
answer to
anyone
her.
who pursues towards defeat. Helps her keep the status quo, but she likes.
I am unsure what exactly, as it changing location would not at all influence my family.
Well, my thought would be, I mean, Morgantha tried to make you her slave, right?
Yes.
I mean, if you were to enslave whatever souls left of Argynvost Holt, then I don't know, you kind of maybe have power over all of you, in a way.
Like an undead army loyal to her through Argynvost's skull.
For example, I mean,
To march an undead army against the other knight apostles, to then be the only knight apostle, but then you need three.
I don't
That
think
makes
she
sense.
wants
maybe
to
just a
be.
play of power. It's hard to know. It's hard to
Well,
read.
I
Something
don't
doesn't
think she
seem
wants
like
to
that.
be the soul knight apostle. You heard how much she's annoyed by us getting Morgantha and then me not replacing her.
I think if you're I'm just thinking, if you're working with dark powers like Mother Night and whatnot, I think you always have to look over your back and be prepared to be the strongest.
Perhaps
Obviously
he is
contingency.
plotting something with it, or attempting to extract or utilize it in some way. Or she is happy to use it as a trophy, as it was taken as centuries ago. As obviously she had no use for the totem.
So here's another question here for you, Jeff Cause. Let's say, hypothetically, we go through with everything that we wish to go through here. Make an enemy of Baba, perhaps. And we get to the final showdown with her. And before her, she has the skull of Argynvost in front of her. And she has a very large mallet looking to destroy it, unless we back off. That skull is technically yours and your family's freedom. What would you do then?
I would not forfeit my family's eternal freedom for a reckless attempt to reclaim it. As I am unsure without it, we would be able to release them from the curse. Perhaps there would be a way to retrieve it without killing her, or perhaps doing it afterwards. Confrontation straight on may not be the safest nor greatest idea, with a hag in her own domain after all, especially with how difficult Morgantha was, and she was most likely not as potent as Baba.
I think information, I'm going to be honest, I mean, we can spin ideas about this as much as we want, but we just need information. We just need to find an in with her, I think. I think Amatia is the only one that can really do it.
Mm-hmm. I do not believe she would listen to any of the rest of us.
Certainly not me. I mean, if we find out where she is, you know, I mean, if we have helped here some people, I mean, maybe Amatia can start a chat with her. And we'll be on better terms, and perhaps we can actually talk with her. Instead of talking to a face out of bees and flies.
So, how are we earning their favor? Making her
Figuring this
breast.
out, right?
And
I mean,
okay,
I think there's two options here. Option one is, you know, Baba actually did not know what's going on, and she will dislike that Rumen did this, and it's gonna be a favor for us. Option two, she actually knows absolutely what's going on, and she might have even approved of what happened. In that case, we get at least the approval of a bunch of people here. After all, Mattia did say whoever did this should not be around. So
victory either way. So, how are we figuring this out?
You're the great wizard. Got something to, I don't know, follow people that have been killed somewhere?
Well, it's a good idea to go back to the scene of the crime, so to speak. So I'm very interested to visit this statue and learn more. There's other points of interest, indeed, we've been speaking about that might illuminate more areas of questions for us as well. But I also believe that interacting with this woman and this Wukong, if we're able to gain entry and talk so friendly with the Batea, perhaps we could do the same with the other one. It's perhaps good to get our own impression of the people, no?
Yeah. I mean, it seems
It
like
is
it's
a
gonna
good
be hard,
idea, yes.
but it
But
shouldn't be
be
impossible.
aware that other, I don't like to call coffins, but other coffins would not be as kind as this one, I'm afraid. I mean, we were
You don't know
lucky
that.
you don't, but I think us being affiliated with Getruda really helps our position here.
Well, she kind of sighs at the thought. Kind of gets some more silent suddenly.
Like you say earlier, Ria, we need information, and in the dark, we have to, like Ria says, start at the beginning. Use what we do know, and take it one step at a time.
She nods. What time is it right now? Like, there's still time to.
5 o'clock. I don't know.
It's a good guess. It's around 16:30 right now. They're closing in on sunset.
There's still quite a lot of time left in the day, though.
Yeah, a couple hours till darkness.
Then I suppose we go.
Well, besides Baba, we're powerful, and we're 5.
Yes, I'm not worried about Kevin's. I think we could, even the worst case, make sure that none of them get harmed and we get out without a problem.
Indeed. I think we're able to walk the line. And
It would reflect badly if we were shown hospitality by them and then stole one of, I would assume, Baba's prized possessions.
Yeah. I think we can make sure that nothing happens to anyone. And I think Illyria would get up and start moving back out.
all right,
To the
Mayra. Yeah, okay. Before we do that, let's go for a short break ourselves. Hey!
Short break!
Short break! Short rest! Pet your pets!
Yeah.
Do the things!
Time, I might actually pop out if that's okay.
Yeah, because this is what we
it's,
talked
like,
about. Yeah.
Not much longer. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't worry about it.
Sorry. I hope you guys have a good rest of the session. And I
Yeah.
will see you
cavalry
all-
for you.
Yeah, rest up.
Gotta go see the boyfriend. He's not feeling the greatest.
Oh,
And COVID and shit.
fun.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Rest up, you. Take care. Thank you for playing.
Bye. Thank you.
Appreciate
guys.
you.
bye.
Okay. Pet your pets. Refill your drinks. Get some snacks. Do the things. And let's go for another hour or so. Okay, I will refill my drink. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Ooh, ooh, ooh. It's only me. Awkward. Well. Hey, move you there. I hope you're doing good. How's your campaign going?
Heyo.
Hey yo, welcome back.
Welcome.
Thank you. Hope you thought I did a good job with Illyria last episode.
Yeah, you did an amazing job.
Yes. Good.
It definitely shows that you have not the first time you played.
Good. Well, I also wanted to, of course, bring you in your flavor of Illyria as well.
Yes,
So
I liked it.
good. Good. How does Illyria feel about being called a dumb broad by Baba?
Great. Not great. She tries to be the voice of reason, but she's not feeling great about it because of Baba Lusaga.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So funny.
She is definitely ready to fight here. But she also knows that can't always be it's not the best move.
Yeah.
For quite a while, probably, depending on what we figure out. Yeah. But she kind of hates her. Like, definitely kind of like, okay, bitch, what the fuck?
Yeah, for sure. Baba threw some hands first.
Yes.
For sure. Yeah. How's gymnastics going?
Well, good. I mean, I hurt my hand, so I can't do as much anymore, and it takes
It's a lot of
forever to
hands in gymnastics, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, all the things I'm doing. It's like in calisthenics, I climb, and
Cool.
both of them require a lot of using of hands, but apparently I did too much. So I
Too
need to
much
chill.
hands.
Yeah, I need to chill for a while. And the problem is I can't really. You need to like get it checked out by. I'm not sure if it's in English.
It's a kind of physiotherapist or ortho.
That's like
orthopedics.
It's like a special scan with like magnetics.
Yeah,
you put,
MRI.
Like, MRI, yes. Okay, so that's what in English, yes.
Or an X-ray.
And that kind of takes a while to get like
a spot for.
Yes.
The queue of things. Yeah.
Until then, I can't really know what to do, so I just have to kind of wait it out, which is a bit annoying.
Yeah, that's annoying.
So
I hope it works out.
doing as much as I can. Still,
Yeah. A lot of leg days.
yeah.
Core.
Well, kind of, yeah. Since it's kind of the rotation part of my hand, I can also like do some things where rotation is not as big of a factor.
I
As long as I'm
gotcha.
careful.
Controlled.
Yep.
Gotcha.
But that also means I have more energy probably before I get here because I don't power myself out as much.
Is that after it's healed and you go all out? Is that gonna be a thing?
We'll see.
Okay.
We'll see if I fall asleep while we're just suddenly. You don't hear anything anymore.
I see. Hey, Illyria has been through a lot.
Yeah.
Barovia is tiring, so.
That's very fair.
She had a headache for a long time.
Yes.
Also, some nice maps. Dungeon Alchemist has gotten really, really good. Can do some interior shots as well that are pretty nice.
Kind of thought of, yeah. That must be it. That was my first instinct too. Like,
Yeah.
oh, it looks really nice. But oh, it looks like Dungeon Alchemist. Oh, wow.
Yeah, so handmade by me.
Very cool, yeah. Very, very cool.
You have to like exchange the sky, of course, because there's way too blue of a sky going on in the background. But I just, cut out that out and like add like a misty sky, and then it's all good.
Cool.
Put like a misty overlay on it, and then some animations, and it's good.
Yeah. Well, the others seem to take a longer break.
No,
Yeah.
I'm here, I've said. But,
Yeah.
just waiting for Yaniv.
Yeah, we're
They
waiting
wanna
for
talk
Cookie.
Rude, Adrian. Just
No,
rude.
I heard him
What do you
return.
mean? Yeah.
Yeah, but other than that, he didn't say anything. He didn't say hi to me. Or
What? You guys were in the middle of a conversation. I was being not rude by not interrupting.
maybe. I'll accept it this time.
Alright, thank you. You're so gracious.
Something is going on in Geneve's household. For sure.
Background. Yeah.
Yeah. How dare he have anything going on? Says Frostmark.
Just close everything off and
Kick out the
silence everyone that
girlfriend.
dares to come into your
Kick
room.
out the pets. Yeah.
Yep.
Ban friends and family.
Yep.
Do. The weather has been very Cursimadir misery or for the torment fantastic the last couple of days. Autumn came very early and it's been rather misty as of late, and it's like, oh well, got me in the mood. It's like this kind of like Halloween feeling kind of already going on. Finally it's dark outside when it's night. You can
Like
sleep.
the weather, yeah. Here, the weather doesn't really know what to do. Like a bunch of days, like cold and rainy, and then suddenly like a very warm day, and then suddenly
back and
again
forth.
rain, and then just a little bit of rain, and then warm again, and then like half in a day. Kind of weird.
Gotcha. Yeah, temperature has been swinging, but like the type of weather is like it was so dry and so sunny and so hot for such a long time with like no rain. And then like on a dime it switched and then it's only been raining. And like only been cloudy. It's yeah. Extreme weather is the thing nowadays. Ah! Cookie! Okay.
I mean, I had an idea what I wanted to talk with Nix about anyways. I mean, we can do that.
We can definitely do that. Okay. Do you want to remain then in the bedroom for some time? Rest for a little bit?
I mean, I thought either on the walk. I mean, you could also do it there. I don't really mind either.
Yeah, it makes no difference either way.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know if Mattia is still gonna be here or not.
Yeah. Cookie's coming 3 minutes. Okay. Good. Well, what do you prefer?
Alright, is it a private conversation or is it what the
Yes,
others would hear?
Yeah.
Somewhat. Okay.
Not that crazy private, but yeah.
I mean, if we all take a little rest, I mean, we can, find a time when, I don't know, they're napping.
I think
Well, because doesn't
probably
nap.
I think on the walk makes more sense. So maybe
Okay,
if you-
on the walk. We'll do it
Okay.
on the walk then.
Okay. All right.
before then we just, I guess, if Mattia is around, we probably will ask her where Bubble Saga would be and if we can go to the Burgle Master's house. And if she's not around, we'll just figure it out.
Gotcha. I'm uncertain if we should wait for Cookie, which is
Just start. Let's just start. It's fine.
Okay.
Go in soon. We don't have that much. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Ready once more. You head out from the quarters that you've been given, and you head into the main room once again. You do see Batea and Donna kind of like close, talking to each other. You don't see Mary around in this open area for now any longer. And they both kind of interrupt what they've been talking about and kind of stand aside slightly to give you like a polite like nod and greetings again, paying attention to you. What'd you say?
I'm sorry to bother you again, but we were wondering, where Bubble Saga is at. My friend theorized that the Burgle Master's house or mansion would be the biggest thing here, but I don't think she's there, right? Otherwise, the garden wouldn't be such a safe place after all.
Your guess is as good as mine.
No, that's yeah. I'm also talking to Mattea. Is she looking at us?
Oh, okay. You're talking.
Sorry, yes, I was wanting to bother her. Sorry.
Okay. Sorry.
Okay, we got it. Dana and Mattea give each other like a quick look, and Mattea like slowly sits down in the chair again to rest her hips and knees. Travelers, that I'm not at liberty to say.
Okay, I guess just I'm asking if she's at the Burgle Master's house or not, I suppose. Since we're going there, I don't want to intrude on her private garden, I guess.
I wouldn't venture close to the former Burgomaster's home. There is a spirit that resides within that it can be rather aggressive. But you would not find my mistress residing within that ruin. No.
Thank you. That's all we needed to know.
Are you heading somewhere in particular?
To the statue you told us about?
Mm.
Seems like the best place to start.
I see. Well, I cannot tell Dana to get close, but she can show you in the right direction.
We happen to have a good guide with us that knows what the Battlemaster's house is at. I think he'll be
Really?
sufficient. Yes.
Been here
We're
before?
quite resourceful. Well, we're quite resourceful after all. So,
All right. Well, if you need to get to someplace safe, then Dana here is a good tracker. She hunts for us, you see. She knows these wilds and these roads like the back of her own hand. But if we do not need to risk ourselves in this way, then...
exactly. I don't want to trouble. It already, looks bad enough. I don't want Dana to, get back bad glares or something if she's guiding us.
Then thank you. Please come back with some news.
We will.
No. Good. I don't want all of this to be for naught. May the Night Mother walk with you on your travels.
Lyra just nods and kind of heads out. Back onto the streets.
Alrighto. They leave you be, and picking up your coats, your boots, if you let them go, the door closes and locks behind you as you leave the boat of Matea behind. And you return to the forlorn and abandoned streets of Perez.
That's what we like.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Jibkos thinks a little bit to himself and goes, I think this way would be the fastest route. And carries on traveling in a south eastern direction. I'm gonna reveal some parts of the map. Yeah, you follow. You definitely may talk until I mention anything.
Yeah, I think as Lyra kind of gives over the lead to Jivkos to shows around, she's kind of falling a little bit back, and probably after a minute or two, she's gonna kind of grab onto Nick's arm for a moment, kind of get his attention.
Mm-hmm.
Dude.
Looks understands and hangs back with Illyria.
Do you think there's nothing we can do for Mary? Is there something we can do for her?
I think you're asking the wrong person. I don't know much about hag curses or contracts.
I just feel
the best person is to speak to Hamatia about that.
I just feel terrible responsible for this.
For what?
That she's here.
That
I mean,
was
we've
not
known
your
for a long
fault or
time.
our fault.
I could have done something.
Do what? I mean,
I'm back,
we
sorry.
told her last time we saw her that we would keep a lookout for her. Discovered her and her daughter in Ravenloft Castle, but we have never really. Well, when we went back for the first time since the last time, that was when there was. just recently with the bugs and the wolves, you know. So it's not anything that we could have done. This is Barovia, Illyria. This is what happens to good people.
Nix, I had the chance to send her a message. For a while now, I feel like I've just pulled it back in the back of my head, and I forgot.
It was not your duty to do such a thing, Illyria.
We
She gave
promised
us
to
no.
find the kid to help.
We said we'd keep a lookout for her. We didn't promise anything because she didn't give incentive.
Sure, but it felt like something I wanted to do. Still feels like something I want to do. And now she's
Why, you could send a message to Gertruda.
right.
But I recall last time we were in Ravenloft, I think we might have touched on the fact that her mother is looking for her, and she scoffed at the notion, almost dismissing it like an annoyance. She truly does not wish to go back home. And
She's a
that is
kid.
probably the bigger problem. Of course, she is easily influenced and swayed by someone who is a master manipulator.
And I mean, she probably, at least, you know, it feels like she's having a better time. She's not poor in any sense. Getting what she wants, kind of.
It's a heartbreaking thing to see a mother desperate to have her child returned when the child does not wish to return. I appreciate your sentiment on this, I do. But if she does not wish to return, I mean, unless she sees what Strahd has to offer, the reality and brutality of what it means to become a thrall under his empire, she will not see anything. And unfortunately, we've never had the opportunity to actually show Gertrude that. Not that she wished to see.
Still think I should have sent a message to Mary.
I'm not sure what that would have achieved.
I mean, maybe she wouldn't have gone here looking for a daughter. Maybe I could have.
She would have probably gone to
explained there
Ravenloft and
was-
had gotten herself killed instead.
I mean, maybe, but maybe I could have explained that, you know, we're working on it and we have an information and we're on the case and she doesn't have to worry too much about it. She just has to.
What's
do
going on
her.
with you, Illyria? Whoa. Mary and her daughter, this is like a domestic issue that we have no business in prying about. Like, why are you
You don't feel bad
stressing?
for her? Or
I
sorry
mean,
for-
I feel bad for everyone of every day, including you. But that is not something I can resolve. I can't fix everything. As much as I wish to.
Yes,
I can't
but
wave my hand and change anything, but I can certainly try to, you know, help you escape.
I just think that was something I could have helped. And I mean, I understand you. I'm not saying I can help everyone, but if I can help, I would. And I am mad that I just forgot or I don't know, was occupied. I didn't even consider, you know, at least a reassuring Mary in some form.
We've been busy, Illyria. Don't
No.
put it on yourself that you couldn't remember one person's plight to look for their daughter in everything that you've gone through. You had Strahd hitting on you. That's enough to distract anyone.
Yes. Thank you. I think I still will carry this, but I understand I shouldn't put too much weight on it and instead try to keep going.
I think it's better to focus on the bigger issue at hand, and that, you know, if you help one person, you spend all your time helping that one person. Nothing really changes. When you have the power and kind of the responsibility in a certain sense with what was past life living inside of you to end everyone's suffering all at once. That is the truly noble pursuit, in my opinion. If you kill Strahd, maybe Gertrude would see, well, there's nothing here for her and go back home. That is a truly noble message to send.
I agree. I'll just be more mindful.
Just try not to let Barovia get you down. I know it
I don't
drags
think.
everyone down.
I think it's way too late for that. But I'm still walking, so.
We're still walking. Let's see, you keep doing that then.
I think Illyria gives you a quick kiss on the cheek.
Oh.
And kind of moves past you more forward again, where she usually is in the front, in case a fight would break out.
Ravens!
Oh, shit. Illyria looks around.
You see a raven jump on the roof of a rather like ruined home of a place that there's not really any walls or roof left. There's just like a few standing parts of it at the edge of the town as you're about to head out of it. And it's like jumping back and forth in place. Going,
All right.
Battle.
You don't be too loud.
Is it a blue tinged feathered the kind of raven or a regular kind of raven?
There's a faint blue tint or a brighter blue to the end of the feathers.
Okay, we need to find a secluded spot for.
Kaka!
I mean, the
Yes, yes.
statue might be an idea.
Well, follow up. Yeah, Nix is going to make a hand gesture to say that we're walking and point to the direction that we're walking.
Mm-hmm.
And for the raven to follow. Nix goes, Ka!
Illyria gives like a friendly smile to the raven.
You could almost like see the feathers come up in a bit of like a middle finger kind of gesture. Pretty sure.
Mother and Jifas hear this?
Yeah, Jik was just like, should I know what is going on right now?
Oh, it's a. Yeah, well.
That raven is screaming at us.
Let's
She
Talk.
shifted.
somewhere safe. Yes.
Friend.
I look over to the raven. Does the raven seems to want to like pull us in a direction or just get our attention?
There is indeed a movement, like, of looking in the direction you're going, and then like shaking his head and kind of like moving his wings into the ruin that it sits upon.
All right, sure. Let's do it. Let's go here. And she will.
Is this safe? Is this normal for you guys?
Yeah. Yes.
I stopped questioning a long time ago, just because.
Yeah, I mean, you're
She's
talking
nice.
cow.
Don't,
that's
you know.
intelligent.
Very
What
nice.
is normal anymore?
Very nice raven.
I trust you guys. Okay, you just step into the ruin,
Yes,
and
yes.
the raven kind of jumps down a little bit. Not taking humanoid form yet. Still with his blue tinted feathers, kind of sits down upon something like a stick out of the ground that kind of brings it into eye height with the rest of you. Guys, yeah, things have happened. Where have you guys been?
Yeah?
Yes,
I will
of
kind of
course, is I. Where have you
move
guys
over to
been?
her and kind of I don't know like what height she is, but I kind of like make sure to get low to kind of meet her.
Mm-hmm.
And kind of maybe like put my fingers under her chin, kind of scratch her a little bit. I'm so sorry, Mariella. There was so much going on. Is everything all right? It's okay.
All my friends, they're dying, they're being hunted, and a lot of them, like, fucking backstabbing betrayers. They've just switched camps. Oh, I want to live, so I will switch camp. Fuck them. Fuck. Like the raven is kind of like throwing itself into your arms, and it's like nuzzling up as if it was a hug.
She'll try to kind of comfort her in any form she can. Okay. So sorry. I'm so glad you find us again. I was worried about you.
Well, I still have some ins for some of the friends who have switched sides.
Who switched sides, Mariella?
And a bunch of the ravens. They say that they're loyal to the totem and not the ones who are taking care of them and raised them and protected them their whole freaking lives.
Oh,
You mean like normal ravens?
Yes!
Right. Okay.
The raven totem is with that Arago douche, and so we will follow the Arago douche. And I'm like, what? Our history, and then like, the totem. And I'm like, dude!
Yeah, the other ravens are sometimes a bit.
I
Yeah, I
didn't
wanna say
know
it.
that they were such bird heads, but they are. I thought more of them.
Yeah.
Like, I've raised some of them, like. Oh. And this is like an apocalypse, like where I'm being hunted. We're being hunted. This is the end.
who's hunting you?
Strahd! He knows! He knows about the Mordegovs. He knows about the betrayal. He wants us dead.
Shit.
He knows that we exist. And he's making his own... Like, he's been populating more with the Vistani. And I know because... Dude, Nyx... I saw you shining. Good try. I really, really wanted you to succeed.
Well, been great if you had actually helped, but we still have an agenda to relieve Aragal of such an item. We just know where it is now, so we
You're
don't have
supposed to
worry.
be heroes, okay?
Yes,
I'm
but
just a little
heroes and mass
girl
murderers are
that can
two
turn
different
into a
things.
raven, okay? What am I supposed to do?
I don't know, steal it.
Wish. But he was right there. You saw it. What didn't you?
Let's don't have her. I mean, she's a kid, Mace. I don't think she is responsible for us not.
Okay, who are you calling a kid, okay? I'm actually 16 and a half, okay?
I know
And
you're
I have.
very good at what you're doing, and I think you
The
made the right
best.
decision not trying to endanger yourself by,
Exactly.
you know.
I have a
I'm-
brain, and I know what is a smart thing to do. So why didn't you take it?
It wasn't a question
Because-
of just taking it, Mariella. It's a question of trying to lead the Vistani out of the spiraling void that they're sitting in. Didn't matter if I hold that totem and I shouted aloft with Aragal's head in one hand and the totem in the other. Now follow me. The Vistani need a different way of thinking, and
Yeah,
brutality is not the Vistani way.
On
Wish
top of
you
that, I
would.
mean, stealing the totem. I mean, right now, at least Strahd is not trying to actively kill us. If we were to actually steal the token, with, and I mean, I guess if we don't get noticed, maybe we could be lucky, but it's very, very likely that Strahd would change his opinion extremely. And I think we should make smart moves. And if we just can, get the Vistani on our side, then, Strahd doesn't have much of an argument anymore as to why. If Nyx is the leader of the Vistani, why shouldn't he have the totem?
Well, obviously I don't want you to die. It's not what I'm saying here. I don't want to endanger you too, but like things are bad. Things are very bad. Danica and Irvin. The children.
Are they okay?
Well, Irvin is definitely dead. And
Oh, I guess we saw that, yeah. My bad.
you're bad?
I think, if I remember correctly, we saw him when we went to the village.
You saw him hanging at the gallows.
Yeah. Yes. I don't want to say that to her, but yes.
No.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah, I know where his body is displayed.
okay. I'm sorry.
And Danica and the kids have been taken, but we don't know.
Taken to the castle?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, shit.
Probably interrogated. That's why we're being hunted. There's a lot of bats around Kresk. Felt something was about to happen, so to make sure that Kresk wasn't any more in danger, we left. The
other Matakovs are still somewhat okay?
We have to leave Dog and the children back in Kresk, but Davy and me and Darius and Stefania and Elver and Essie has been quite a lot of help. We left in search of you, and I'm the forward scout. And when I heard my turn-tail raven so-called friends reported that you have ended here, well, here I am. So what the fuck are you doing inside of the Papa's territory? This is not the place to fuck around.
A few things. First, we're also being hunted by the Order, the Revenants. They are tracking us, which is a bit of a problem. Which is why we have to address fixing them right now as sort of a priority. Which leads us to here, because Baba has the skull. So...
The skull?
We have to... Well, have we told you...
Do you... What? It sounds like you have a solution to the night problem.
Yes, we do.
That's crazy.
Yes.
Really? That's huge. Okay.
I just realized I don't want to endanger you too much by telling you all the things. Because,
Yeah, I know. Tit for tat. Tat for tit.
So, yes, we have to be here because of that. That's unfortunately our priority at the moment. Because, I mean, we can't really help if we just bring a bunch of undead knights to wherever we go. Because they have
that
a
would
way
be a
of finding
problem.
us wherever we are.
Okay, fine. I forgive you. Sounds like actually important stuff. Well, David just kind of like rushing towards you to like in his words, be useful before he dies. Because Damien is not really well enough to travel. He's a bit of a sitting duck. He's probably gonna die soon. When the bats close in and all of that. So, he wanted to talk to you before he, is hunted down.
Where is he now?
Yeah.
Where I left them kind of like a bit south of the main smallish road. Like, a little bit like southwest of Alaki. Like, of course,
Here's the
we're...
map. Just like
Oh.
point at it.
Okay, let me step by...
You get it.
Here's a map.
You bring out the map. To the map!
Try and describe things on the map.
Yeah. Oh, neat. This is actually a pretty good map. I left them like somewhere around this area up here. It's just like north of the mountains there, in the woods.
Okay. Okay, that's some time away. Ooh.
Martikov, dude. Thank you.
What do we think? I look to the others.
I mean, we've got things to do right this second, but I mean, if we get the skull, survive Baba's wrath, return to Argenbos Hold, liberate the Silver Knights. After that.
I mean, I can send. I mean, it's not much that he can tell us, but I could send him a message. I'm worried
Maybe
that
tonight.
Not. Yes. I'm just worried that we might not. We're not quick enough.
But it would take us a while to get there anyway. Hours.
Yeah, at least a day.
Well, it took me a long time to find you.
Well, you can give him a message. I mean, does he have a message for us? He wants to speak to us, but
I mean, knowing
you
him, he
know
probably
like
wants
what?
it to be like
Yeah, but whatever.
one-on-one, and
He's not really sure what you know. So it's like last chance of the full, like, brought down through generations, Black Eyes Martikov knowledge. I'm not entirely sure why I haven't been privy to all of that.
why not?
Well, I'm not a Martikov per se. And I have a hard time listening to him for long periods of time before I wanna like rip my hair out. So I mostly like the forward scout kind of scenario. Well, I was going to be a Martikov, but then me and Oliver, we went our separate ways. Well, that's neither here nor there. This sounds important, but I just want to like point out that.
well, I will send him a message. I'll try to reach him.
I don't know
as soon
what's
as possible.
able to be said in such a short magical message, but
Better than nothing. A good
Like-
start.
do you guys have any bright ideas what we're supposed to do? Because this is. We were able to like operate because he didn't know that any Black Eyes had survived, and like the Raven totem that he had was like a copy that wasn't actual magical, and we had taken the real one, and they were like hiding underneath his shadow and like hoping that one day like travel out of the mist will be more powerful enough to like stop all this shit. But now that the cat's out of the bag and we're being hunted and like the raven totem has been taken and then like their own ravens have been like moving over side and they're creating their own were-ravens, we're being actively hunted, part of our family is dead or worse. What are we supposed to do now?
I think sticking to surviving, right? I mean, I think you have done your part. You have helped us greatly, as much as you could, and I'm sorry we
Maybe-
couldn't have been better or quicker about it.
Maybe you can find safe haven in my house in Corn Manor. We have the supplies there, and we have a lot of kids that probably need an adult.
Squan Manor, home of Morgantha?
It's my home now. Kind of
What?
taking over.
You murdered the bitch?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, that's fantastic. Wait, so it's you've become the new hag queen of the area?
Yes, I guess.
Oh, I didn't know that I was in a presence of royalty. She because these mock bells.
But blushes.
Would we be safe there?
At least it seems like the mist usually doesn't penetrate to the hag's places, right? At least not the. We haven't
Indeed.
gotten. Yeah.
And also, I just don't think that they will search there. I think it's unlikely.
And I remember Jiskov saying that he had more trouble tracking in, her territory. So maybe there's, some sort of protection when it comes to divination and the sorts.
It was somewhat distorted, but it still worked, not like here.
Right. Well, it's something. Maybe. I mean, Kresk also sounds like I don't know, another place where someone could try to survive, but yeah, I mean.
No, there was a bunch of bad.
Squan Manor is a great option.
You think that would be helpful to us, to you? To take
He
the
said I need to be overlooked, at least helped. So if you can help us, help them.
Be
okay.
careful. I mean, the most important part, I think, is to hang on for the time being. That's the most important part. I mean, you're gonna be more useful alive than dead.
Yeah.
And
This is-
once we get the totem back, maybe we can fix some things.
Please do. This is no good. More ravens are like turning coat every day, and like having the Vistani being able to turn into ravens is fucking terrifying. They could be anywhere and everywhere. Sitting in trees, staring at you. That was supposed to be us. We were supposed to be the creepy ones, you know?
Yeah. Do you know how they figured out? I mean, Baba the Saga found it, I suppose.
No. It's so like, from what I understand, the Mardikovs have always known of a place here in the swamp, and considering that is deep within Baba's territory, they thought that like there was no one who would ever dare to venture so far. And it seems like someone strangely protected or something from Baba herself. It's like it was like a donut inside of a donut inside of a donut. So how? Like, it was supposed to be this most secure hiding places of them all. And like, as long as we remain as ravens, Baba doesn't seem to think that of us anything else than ravens. So,
Well, I mean, we're planning to go there now to to that
Oh?
place.
You are?
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of things going on, but it's also a safe place. Maybe still. At least that's something that's good to know.
Hmm.
I mean, it would be good to know if Baba Saga actually found it or someone else did and gave it to her. I don't know. I guess maybe I'll ask Davian that, but maybe he knows if he worked with anyone that could have known, because it has to somehow slip, right? How did they get here, right? I mean, there must have also been something Baba would have known, that someone entered her territory to
Well, we were the
place
ones who
them.
placed them there, like Darius. When the Winer was being attacked, and if we felt like they were trying to steal from us and took the gems, we at least managed to get out the Raven Totem. And so we hid it in a place that nobody can find it. Even if you have the special magical spells that was like internal radar, like, oh, they're over there it is, they wouldn't be able to find it because of the properties of the place. Apparently.
But they didn't talk with anyone, or anyone like stopped them, or...
No, Darius wouldn't. No. Nobody said to me.
Maybe I'll ask him if he has any idea, because, I mean, somehow it has to have gotten out.
I would do so as well. It's making me very uncomfortable. Thinking of things like this. Well, okay. I will go and let Davian know then. Then you know of our situation, and if you ever think or feel that we're suddenly moved up your priority list, you know where we are.
Nuzzle her a little bit, kind of move my head into hers. I'm sorry. We'll do what we can. I promise you. Just stay safe, okay? Don't do anything rash. And tell the others to also not do anything rash. We'll be as quick as we can.
Okay, I'm sorry too. Things ended up this way. But hey, there's no chance now for Davian to say, ha, you're not good enough, so I won't pay attention to you, because you're the last chance now we got.
You've always been amazing, so I think he just has been blind.
There's a reason why I can't stand him. Well, I hope stay safe here. This is very, we only pass over this land very quickly, and only in Raven form, and, we plan to do it in, one setting, in, one whoosh, and go over this area. We don't stay here because it's nice. So, be careful. Yeah, please come save us too. At least me.
If you want to, you can just stay with us. We'll protect you.
Yes, we can always use another hand here.
I mean, yeah, I guess. But who would let Davian know?
I can send him a message.
Oh, you got the magical thingy. I mean, they got Darius, Stefani, and Elver to help him, I guess. But will I make things more dangerous for you by being around? If
I think we're
Strahd has declared us enemy,
Yeah, well, he hasn't declared us friends either, right? Oh.
Yeah, no. I've heard something from my Raven friends that things are tense. Bridges are being burned.
Yeah, he's a dick. And I think
a massive dick.
Pushed us in a direction.
Well, you did good over in the village, I've heard. So.
Yeah, well, we removed their source of food, but they're not turning into weird monsters, so
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we take what we can get.
I mean, I could try to tell you, but there are like flies everywhere, and
It is up to you. I just
if I
don't wanna-
turn myself into like my normal nice self, then
Yes.
Baba would know I'm here.
That's bad.
Yeah. And having a raven trail you and there are like flies everywhere, and she knows that the ravens now are like bad. But if I can be a help for you, I mean, I guess, but like, if he's dangerous, if you feel it's worth it.
No, I guess I don't want anything to happen to you. That's why I suggested it. To be honest. But I see that it is maybe a bit flawed. Perhaps after we have left Perez, you can trail us.
Okay. Yeah, I would like that. Nothing better to do now. Sounds good. Yeah, I just don't. Yeah. I don't want to be alone, but I don't know if sticking together is such a good idea. Pick a target and all, you know?
I understand.
Good.
I don't know the answer either, unfortunately. I wish I would know what the best course of action is for you.
I will go and let them know, and you save the potential souls. I will be in the area, okay? But outside. Gonna take a couple of days though. Davy doesn't move
Good luck
fast.
to you.
You do. I'm rooting for you.
Kind of release her from my intense cuddling I've been doing.
Oh, yeah, thank you. Oh, yeah, I was getting.
Aw.
Okay, well, good. Then you know, and I know. Thank you, Amartya. Hope this will keep us safe. You know, Danica was and Erwin were pretty great people. And the rest of them are. Excluding Davian, of course.
No, we have reason to break people out of Ravenloft anyway, so...
Ooh, would like that. Like that. Show him what's what.
I would really love to do that, yes.
Okay, well. Stay safe, and you know where to find us now.
Yes. Thank you.
And Morella and her blue tinted feathers go cackling into the sky. And leaving you all guys behind. And with that, we're actually going to end tonight's episode of Charismatic Mystery. Yay!